Hello everybody and welcome back. Today is the day for the much overdue studio tour. We began construction in mid-2016 and finished in about mid-2017. I slowly started moving in my operations here, and the space have seen many different forms over the years. I've had a big drum kit for a good run and a full DAWless synth setup to experiment with, but my needs and priorities have changed over time. But today I want to show you as it is in December 2024. This space is roughly 20 square meters. It is separated into 3 spaces. We got this, which is the main area. Then we got an open area right in front of me. And then got somewhat of a lounge area with a sofa, some coffee and tea station. And where I'm sitting right now is where I also spend most of my time in here. And I've had it laid out in a way that I can reach for my master MIDI controller. I got my guitar effects and amps over here, and then the main desk. And I thought that we would start with taking a closer look at this. The desk itself is an old dining room table, which I've added a support layer on top of, on bricks which are the same as the walls the studio is made of. One of the most important equipment I got in here is the computer. Since 2016 I've been running macOS exclusively for my music production. This is a MacBook Pro 2015 15-inch with the i7 processor. It's almost 10 years old by now, but it still runs. I'm starting to slowly notice that I might be in need of a new computer soon. Then we got the monitor. This is an Asus ProArt something. And only second to the computer used is the sound card used. I'm using a Focusrite Scarlet 18i20, which I've expanded, a Scarlet OctaPre dynamic. This gives me a whole bunch of in and outs. It was more relevant back when I had a drum set up in here, but I've kept it since you never know when you will need a lots of ins and outputs. And what use is it to record something if you can't hear it? I use a set of Yamaha HS8s, which I've had since I think 2018, and they served me very well. Highly recommended. It's worth noting that I don't do any mixing or mastering in this space. It's purely for recording. On the desk I got an AKAI Studio 2, which is my main MIDI drum pad. I got a Keychron K8 Pro and my first synth, KORG Minilogue. For pointing devices I use an MX Master 3S in tandem with an Apple TrackPad. On the desk I also got a MagSafe charger and a regular charger for my AirPods and a Valori 360 scanning system. There's also another MIDI controller, an Alesis Q25. This is what I use to trigger the autofocus when I'm filming myself. And if we move over to the left side of the desk, there's also a tape player and tape recorder. My main microphone is an Aston Spirit, which I've been really happy with. For miking up guitar amps I use SM57s, and I also got an SM58 just in case. The left side we got some of my instruments, an electric bass from KORG, a Harley Benton guitar banjo, an acoustic steel string from KORG, and my latest guitar, a nylon stringed Ibanez. Sub-Zero 8-stringed electric guitar, a KORG 5-stringed electric bass, an Ibanez 12-stringed guitar, and my first guitar that I built myself, the Elgans 1. And if we take a look from the right side of the desk, we got the guitar center. Here I have my main pedal board, which I've covered in a separate video, with an orange amp, Promethean amp, and a PV112. Continuing along, we got 3 of my favorite electric guitars, BC Rich Mockingbirds. A Platinum series, which was for my first guitar when I was 14. I've used this on most of my recordings. A Red Masterpiece series. And a 50th anniversary Legacy ST with the Floyd Rose. Above the instruments we got some fan art, a picture of me with my lovely pals, some of my photos, some knickknacks, and below that another shelf for some guitar related items. And if we continue from the guitars, we got this launch area with some plushies I got from fans and friends. Above that, a shelf for some souvenirs from travels, and above that some camera miscellaneous. And a box set of The Godfather on VHS, because why not? Misc shelving and photo storage. Here I have a possibility for an instant gray or white background, right next to the coffee station and some misc. And over here I got a TV. I mostly use it for when I'm filming this kind of videos, so I can see what I'm shooting. And then we're back at the guitars. That concludes the studio tour of 2024. I've tried my best to compress many years of collected work into a small video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon again. Hej då!